you've got to say Slot, haven't you? Because he's the man. He's the one who's got to pick up the pieces. He's the man who's got to carry it on. And if, nobody was talking about Liverpool being anything like champions.
Well, Liverpool have clinched their 20th Premier League title today thanks to a 5-1 win against Spurs. For the Reds, it's the first since December or since 2020. We should say they're second in the Premier League era as Arne Slot makes history as the first Dutch manager to win the Premier League. Incredible scenes inside Anfield and outside as well. The celebration's only just beginning and a place in the English football history books as well. They are tied most in history now with Manchester United with their 20 titles. They've had 25 wins this season, finishing with 82 points, which is as many as last season, with 4 matches to go. They made it look easy towards the end, and to talk more about it, here comes our Geoff Shreeves to join us. Geoff, so good to see you. How about those scenes at Anfield? It was a real moment of celebration, wasn't it, for the Reds today?
Absolutely, and quite rightly so, Poppy, because I think this moment has been in the making for over 3 decades. Because if you think about it, Liverpool, when they won the title, the Premier League title under Jurgen Klopp, it was in the time of COVID. So they couldn't celebrate. They couldn't do it in front of their own fans. They didn't have that party moment. So that really didn't take the edge off of it because it was a fantastic achievement because they'd gone so long. They'd gone 30 years without winning the trophy. But to do it now, and I know so many Liverpool fans, in fact, Mo Salah admitted it after the game, they were desperate for Arsenal not to lose to Crystal Palace. They wanted to take on Tottenham today. They wanted to do it at Anfield for the atmosphere, and well, it was absolute party time, wasn't it? It's a fabulous, fabulous achievement. He's done an incredible job, Arne Slot, because if you think about it, he could so easily, he could have been Unai Emery to Arsene Wenger. He could have been David Moyes to Sir Alex Ferguson, coming in and taking over from a club legend. And you look at the table, points-wise, he's improved them. They're a terrific team. They're a ruthless team. And they also do it in a kind of economical way as well. They've just got so much about them. There is so much to admire. And at the centre of it all is this Dutchman who is so humble that you have to say, well played, absolutely well played. It's the stuff of genius.
So Arne Slot obviously just won in his first season. Do you feel like it has any impact on Jurgen Klopp's legacy?
No, because I think, in fact, he touched on it just now. Because when Jurgen Klopp sang the song Arne Slot, Slot, Slot on the pitch, well, Arne just returned the compliment by singing Jurgen Klopp's name. And he said, look, the team I took over, they were so well coached, they were so good. He just changed 1 or 2 little things. I mean, if you think about it, they only bought 1 player in Chiesa, and he's hardly played. So it's an incredible job that he has done, but he's made it very, very clear he continued the work and he benefited from the foundations that Jurgen Klopp laid. Again, I'll go back to the point. Of course, it doesn't make it easier, not at all, but having won the title, having burst the dam after 30 years, that was a huge moment. And this, in its own way, is just as special. But I think there is a relationship between the 2 title wins.
Geoff, take it easy on our boy Chiesa. Do me a favor, please. He's had a rough year. We love him. Obviously, haven't seen him gone. Now, I know we talk about Slot song, Klopp's name, Klopp song, Slot's name, whatever. You have to do 100%.
Sorry, could you say that again? I didn't quite understand.
We're going to get kicked off the air.
Slot.
Here we go. I'll give it to you more clearly now. Who do you attribute it more to? Is it 50-50 for Slot and Klopp? Is it 80-20? Who is more responsible for winning the Premier League this season? Is it what Klopp left behind, or is it what Slot added and built this season?
Oh, no, Grelly, you've got to say Slot, haven't you? Because he's the man. He's the one who's got to pick up the pieces. He's the man who's got to carry it on. And if, nobody was talking about Liverpool being anything like champions, think Slot himself, again, he said today, a lot of people would have been happy if we just got ourselves, in the Champions League. So all of the credit goes to him. He has just acknowledged, and quite rightly, the work that Jurgen Klopp did. But, it's been interesting as well, listening to different players about what he's done and the way he's done it. He challenges players, but he's a great communicator, a good talker. He'll have phone calls with them. He's not remotely my way or the highway. He talks to them as adults. He tells them what he wants from them. He tells them why he wants it from them, and they respond accordingly. I mean, I was having a little look. I mean, obviously Dominic Solanke didn't read the script today in terms of the party, did he? When Spurs went ahead. But that's I think it's now 7 times this season, or it might even be 8, including today, that Liverpool have gone behind and then won a game in the Premier League. The record is 9 with Manchester United. And I think that tells us 2 things, not particularly today's performance or today's win, but I never, when I'm watching Liverpool, if they're losing at half-time, I never think the game is over under Arne Slot. He's so good tactically. He often changes something, he spots something, and he certainly doesn't panic, and they turn games around. I think that's been another big feature of the way they've gone about their business this season.
Geoff, obviously, it's crazy to me. Every time you see a Liverpool game, Salah either has a goal or an assist. He's always involved in every single match. How much of this win would you attribute to Salah being within this team?
Well, he's a massive part, isn't he? I mean, if you go from back to front of the team, I mean, they've got 2 excellent goalkeepers. Virgil van Dijk has been imperious all season. Whoever plays at right back is tremendous. The midfield, I think, has been really interesting. That's the biggest change, the way the midfield plays. So I think that he's changed a lot there. And the front 6 players they've got can all score goals. And then you come to the magic man himself, the king, Mo Salah. So he's on 45 goals or assists this season. Alan Shearer holds the record with 47. And he wants it. He's after that record. And I've no doubt whatsoever that he will break it. And he has said his game has changed slightly. There was a conversation of Slot basically took away an element of the defending that he had to do. There's less defensive work for him. So he's fresh, he's ready to spring. And it's not just the goals that he has scored. This newfound freedom means he has created that many more goals for others. That's why he's got so many assists. So, yeah, again, the coach has come up with something and the players responded accordingly. And that is another example of excellent management.
Geoff, obviously there was in the beginning of the season, we didn't know what to expect. There was a rebuild, new manager. We didn't expect, Liverpool fans and fans all over didn't expect a lot. Then all of a sudden, the team was very good. Obviously, go on to win the Premier League. Is there a little bit of a disappointment that they didn't go further in the FA Cup? They got knocked out first round to Plymouth. That they didn't go further in the Champions League as well? Because at one point, then we started going from rebuild to, they're going to win the quadruple here. Yeah,
you're right, Mike. There was that little period, wasn't there, where they lost to PSG, they lost the Carabao Cup final. There was just a bit of a wobble where, it started to look like it was a bit of a downer, if you like. But then I think a lot of Liverpool fans, dusted themselves down and said, hang on, we could win the Premier League for only the second time. We could win the league title for only the second time in 35 years. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. There was very little talk within Anfield itself from the players or indeed their supporters of a potential quadruple. That was all shot down. There's a reason it's never been done, because it's nigh on impossible. It's so tough. And I don't think we'll take anything away from this achievement this season, because if you said to all of their supporters right now, what's the one you want the most? Definitely, it's the Premier League. It's definitely the Premier League. And I think that, of course they would have loved the Champions League, but they gave it a good go. They didn't disgrace themselves against PSG. Of course they didn't. They were beaten by the better team over 2 legs. FA Cup, one of those days, they changed the team around, and that is, that's what the FA Cup can do to you. But winning the Premier League is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. People can talk about the lack of a challenge from Manchester City or from Arsenal. Doesn't matter a jot. You've got to go out and do your job. And Poppy, you talked about 20, the number 20. That is so significant for Liverpool to be level on titles with Manchester United, because if you throw in all of their European trophies, they are now the most successful English team. So it's a really, really significant title, this.
Yeah, it really is. And no doubt they're really going to enjoy and relish this run in to close the season now that they are champions.